the westernunion.com VIP Lounge.
It's 106 KMEL. How's everybody feeling right now? Do we have any Terror Squad fans in the building? Yeah. Well, if you're a Terror Squad fan, I need you guys all to put your hands together for Fat Joe.
Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up.
Yo.
Came out turning up.
Bay Area. I don't know, something about that song that, I mean, seriously, every time I hear it, it just gets me hyped.
And you know what? That's actually what we were talking about last night. All the Way Up, your new single with French Montana on it. It's a club banger, but it has a real like New York feel where you just feel like you got to get up and dance to it.
I mean, I'm every time I hear it, it gets me hype.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like I'm not tired of it yet. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you tell when records are hits, when you get tired of them really quick, or that you can hear them all the time. Like, I'm still like, why? So you know what's a hit.
Right. Now, how did that even come together? Like, how'd you get French on the track? And
well, French is easy. You know, we French grew up, you know, just, you know, going everywhere Terror Squad was at. He's from the Bronx, and he started bubbling in the underground scene, and he was my son's favorite rapper. And my son, I didn't even understand it. I was like, my son be like, French, I'm telling you, he's the man. And I'd be like, yo, come on. To answer your question,
yeah,
he owes for life. He owes for life. He ain't the only one.
You know what? That's one thing about you. I think that a lot of people don't know that you're really up on a lot of artists before they blow. Like, for instance, Bryson Tiller is an example. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he's huge right now.
He slept on the couch for 3 years, you know, Bryson Tiller. So, to tell you that I knew Bryson Tiller was going to be this big, no way in the world. Yeah. And he was just around. He was my brother, Rich the Barber, discovered him. And he was just around us all the time. And I'd be like, well, and Rich really believed in him since day one. Right. Rich was like, yo, this is the man. I'm saying, I don't know. And I remember one time I broke Bryson Tiller's heart because Rich was like, yo, put him on this song. I was like, yeah, I'm about to ask Chris Brown to do that song. But yo, Bryson Tiller, boy, that boy on fire.
Really?
He from a family tree. Like, I don't know. We got Ken Jones is the next one. Yeah. He's my little brother. He started out Terror Squad. When I went away to college, you know, and I was dealing with all those issues, yeah, I introduced him to Cool and Dre, and I said, yo, y'all work with him because I ain't got the time. And he's so talented. And now he got that record, Don't Mind, that's like really killing America. And I'm proud of him. And we just lucky that we just, you know, our family tree is crazy. We got Khaled, we got Pun, we got Remy, we got Cool and Dre, we got Scott Storch, we got Rico Love, we got just so many people that came through us. Rick Ross came through us. Pitbull came through us.
Do you regret not signing Pitbull, Rick Ross?
I regret not signing all of them.
Eminem? Like, I mean, how you pass on Eminem?
Yeah, I was bugging, man. But he wasn't Eminem. He was like a skinny white boy. Yeah. And he'd be with 5 black dudes with dreadlocks. Yeah. And, you know, it was like, nah, this guy ain't blowing. You know, and he blew, man. I messed up.
He's like, I'm messed up. Do you guys have conversations about that ever now?
Nah, I didn't. You know, Eminem remembers every time he gave me his demo. Yeah. You know, and what I learned was crazy because one day I'm sitting down with Pitbull and he's looking at buying hospitals, charter schools, and he's there with like serious lawyers, and I'm like, damn, this little Chico right here, right? And then I was like, yo, Chico, man, how you come up like that? He said, man, well, I watched every mistake you made and I ain't do it. And I was like, whoa. So I didn't know if it was shots fired, or it was more like, damn, he's keeping it 100. Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool. But, you know, him, he's unstoppable, man. He's You know, I'm proud of him, and he's a real good dude, man. He stays the same way, no matter what, no matter how big Pitbull gets, he's the same guy.
Well, people say the same thing about you, though. So, I mean, that's a part of the reason why.
I just smell better than him. Like, if you get to smell me, amazing.
It is amazing. I can vouch for that, for real. Now, let's talk about Terror Squad. How did you guys come back together? Like, how did you guys squash the beef? What was that like?
Well, Remy was locked up, and, you know, I wished her the best. So, Remy, she had, you know, she was young, and, you know, we was winning so much, and Lean Back was so big that, you know, when her album came out, which was fire, you know, you got to understand, like, Terror Squad was like the middleman, and then I had like a bigger boss. Yeah. Right? So they were telling me that they was spending the proper dollars behind her, that they were going to blow up her song at radio and this. So I would go back and relay the message to Remy. So when her album didn't do as good as it did, the only person she could blame was me. Yeah. And Remy just went psycho and was like dissing me, and I was trying to explain to her she ain't know the business. So that's why we fell apart right there. So when she got locked up, she called me maybe a year before she came out. So she calls me and she's like, yo. And I'm like, hello? I'm like, she's like, yo. And I'm like, I immediately knew who it was. So I was like, hello? And she was like, yo. And I was like, yo, Remy, you calling me, man. What's up? What's going on, B? Like, cut it out. Like, what are you calling me for? I miss you, my brother. And then that was it. And I was like, just letting her know, yo, when you come home, Ram, you gotta be humble. You gotta be nice. You gotta respect everybody. You gotta this. And she did exactly what I told her to do. And right now, she's the hottest chick in the game. Yeah. She just got married to the nicest guy on earth. Yeah. And had the most beautiful wedding. And I couldn't be more proud or more happy for her. And she's a businesswoman. She's a mother. I mean, it's incredible to see her life, you know, transformed the way it is right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to see you guys come back together as well. I think fans were excited and were like, yo, what are y'all about to do? You know
What's crazy is that, like, we walk down the block and it's almost like she shows Fat Joe off and I show Remy off. That's so I'm like, yeah, this is my girl, Remy. And she be like, yeah, don't get next to the Dawn. It's on like that. It's crazy. The chemistry is ill, you know, and just to have somebody who's been down with me since Big Pun, you know, that was a special cloth and a special time, my favorite time in life. To have somebody come back in my life, you know, that was from that time and understands where we come from and got the whole Terror Squad DNA, is special.
No, that's real talk. Now, let's talk about, where is Remy, by the way?
Well, Remy went to L.A. because Kanye West called. Oh. So Kanye West went on the projects, and she was like, yo, Joe, drop me off in the airport. I was like, what you mean? She was like, nah, Kanye West just called. I said, damn, I can't go with you.
He was like, sorry, Shay, but Kanye called.
Kanye called.
Right. Well, then tell me about the collab album. When is that dropping?
It's dropping in July. It's called Platas or Plamo. And we big fans of, well, I'm a big fan of Pablo and Narcos, and you know, it's almost like when you look at McDonald's, they go, I'm loving it. Yeah. So with Narcos, you know, Pablo, every time they stop him, he could have an 18-wheeler full of work, and the cops would be like, yo, what you got? He'd be like, yo, I got that work here. But guess what? I got a lot of money too. I could give you some platas. Yeah. And if you don't want the money because you so clean cut, we got these bullets coming your way. So it was plata o plomo. So that's how I feel in hip hop. Like me and Remy, we cool with everybody. We give it up. But if you cross the line,
we know how to take it there.
The bullets come flying. No pun intended.
Joe, he just keeps it way too real, and I love you for that. Now, the album, is it strictly just you two on there, or did you guys get other people on there as well?
90% us. We got Ty Dolla Signs. We got Kent Jones on there. We got a couple of people. I just don't want to let the secret out. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm excited. It's definitely the hottest album coming out. We're going to paralyze the Bay when it come out. Every car going to be playing this album. This is a serious, serious album.
Right. And you know, one thing about you that I noticed, that when you dropped your first single from the album, you got a lot of support across the industry from multiple different rappers, especially people like 50 Cent, who I know you guys had issues with before. Like, how did you guys even squash that?
50 Cent went and performed all the way up in 5 different clubs in Miami last week. Like, he just bum rushed the DJ and said play all the way up and started performing it. And then he left the club, went to the other popping spot, performed it. And I'm like, yo, this boy, we need to give him a check or something, bud. 50 promoting, man. And you know, it's a beautiful thing, man. I'm about peace, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, if anybody comes at me and tries to war with me, you know, I defend myself. You know, I'm a real machismo guy, but at the end of the day, I prefer peace over war any day.
Is that why you don't battle rap anymore?
I don't battle rap because ain't nobody trying to battle me, man, and I don't really want to do that, man. I want to, like, own corporations and companies and make history, man. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be the George Foreman of rap music.
The George Foreman.
Yeah, he sold a grill.
He
made 150 million.
Yeah.
Now you look at TV, got the hey, people ask me all the time, George, how can I want to be that guy? You know what I mean?
What? I can't see Fat Joe selling Foremans though.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see Fat Joe with no hair selling curling irons.
Oh my goodness, he is a mess. He want that check.
Give me 100 M's, I'm good.
He said 100 M's. So when you see people, like, if somebody gets at you in a song though, how do you respond then? Like,
I don't think people want to get at me, man. And besides that is like, you know, like I said, it's zero tolerance. If somebody really flat out disrespects me, I'll come right back at them. But I don't prefer to do that. And I'm not, like, trying to start nothing with nobody or nothing like that. You know, it would be like, I like more like when 2 Chainz goes, pockets stay fat like Don Cartagena. or your man, what's your man, Kid Ink? He's like Fat Joe in the West Side. And I love that.
Right.
When rappers big me up in songs.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I be gassed.
He's like, that's all I need right there.
You better believe it.
He said you better believe it. So what else have you been up to? Because I know you've put out a mixtape a couple years ago.
Well, I just been consistently making music. And, you know, I put out like Dark Side 1 through 3. That's like real underground. I'm also president of MarketAmericaShop.com Urban and Latino division, where we made over $7 billion. $3.5 billion went back to the entrepreneurs, and it's been around for 24 years. And white people and Asian people have been becoming millionaires and getting residual income for years, and the Latinos and black people never knew about it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I got into the business, and I've been spreading the word everywhere and just encouraging people, if they want to become entrepreneurs, we got the answer. Like, you know what I'm saying? We make people get 6-figure income, residual income, and it's like, you know, it's a beautiful feeling for me, because for so many years being a rapper and being famous, I've been like, yo, no pictures, yo. Now, in order for this business to work, because it's based on people power, I gotta be like, yo, come here, yo, you ready to work? Yo, let's get this money, man. Right. So, I mean, changed my life. Working with MarketAmericaShop.com has been one of the greatest things I did in my life, and it's taught me so much about life and people. Right.
So that's actually a beautiful thing, because I know that that specific company had some backlash, and there were some negative statements said about them, about it not necessarily being what it is. Like,
I mean, 24 years in business, $7 billion made. The people make $3.5 billion. I don't see nobody else giving that up. True. So, I mean, 24 years in business, there ain't nothing wrong with that. So, I don't, you know, people don't understand what they don't know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll advise you we in the official Team Fat Joe on Gmail, or anybody out here who's down with Market America, you should go to one of their meetings and see what it's about, because you could be successful at it.
No, I definitely understand. I mean, you make me feel like maybe I need to go make a couple million with Fat Joe.
Maybe you need to go. Like, because you got to understand, the middle class is out of here. Yeah. If you got a regular job, they could come and fire you at any time. Your job is not secure. One thing I hate the most, like somebody got a job at Starbucks or something, and they be like, $4.99 and watch the thing. Like, yo, my man, they're gonna fire you anyway. Yeah. Like, you don't have to like be Mr. Starbucks. Yeah. Like, you know, you do your job, you do what you get paid for, but you know, you got to realize that unless you become an entrepreneur and you own your own business yourself, someone's gonna fire you. And you know, I really just don't believe in regular traditional jobs. I believe in taking risk. I believe in becoming an entrepreneur, owning your own business, and I believe in residual income. So when you're sleeping, you're getting paid while you're sleeping.
Right.
And that's what Market America is all about, man.
Well, that's super dope. Now, what I did want to ask you, let's take it back from when you first got into the game. Like, how was that for you? Because I feel like you just gave us a lot of game right here, and like coming up and then finding Pun, and you guys were super close. I know you were his mentor. Like, what was that?
Shout out to Tony's Pizza, man. That was some good pizza, man. Nah, I'm just thinking about it. Just thinking about that pizza. But day one, dream come true. You know, I grew up in the Bronx. It's like the Holy Land, the Mecca of hip hop. You know, as a little kid, I used to go to the park and watch Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel play basketball in the park and softball. And I was actually witnessing history just as a little kid being a fan.
Yeah. And
my big brother, I wanted to emulate my big brother. So, you know, he was like you asked me, I think he's the first Spanish rapper ever. Like, so he used to rap and I used to steal his rhymes and go to school and say his rhymes. And then I fell in love with it. I came in the Apollo Theater.
Yeah.
First place 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And I was just very confident. So anybody who's going to succeed at any business or anything they do in life, you have to believe in yourself and you have to be very, 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 very confident. And don't let nobody talk you out of your dreams. So I went up and I remember walking up in there. It's the Apollo Theater. It's Black Harlem. I'm Spanish. There's like 100 rappers. And I'm like, what are these people doing here? Like, this is my crown. So I came in first 4 weeks in a row. I met Red Alert, who was the #1 DJ at the time. He told me to give him a jingle, a little commercial.
Yeah.
I gave it to him, and that turned into Flojo. My first single went #1 in the country, rap singles, and I've been rocking ever since. I mean, Big Pun, I met him outside of a bodega rapping, and I'm like, what is this fatter Puerto Rican dude gonna talk about?
Yeah.
So I'm outside the store, and they rapping, and he's like, hold up, y'all, hold up. And he just starts rapping like, you know, the Big Pun. We know about it, but then he stops.
Yeah.
And he goes, and snatch the moon out the sky.
Yeah.
And blow the sun away. Me and my people playing hardcore, strictly hardcore.
Oh.
I was like, oh my God. Like, this is it. Like,
Yeah.
I met the one.
Yeah.
Put him in that Lexus so fast. I signed him that night. I was like, yo, Punk, come on, let's go. It's like, I've been waiting for you, twin. I'm telling you, I've been waiting for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be right. I'm telling you, I'm going to be the one. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And in turn, you know, we had so much success, and it brought a sense of pride to the Latino community that we had never seen before. And, you know, Latinos been part of hip-hop since day one. If you go to the very foundation of hip-hop, you know, they've been there, but really underrepresented.
Right.
So, you know, we were so proud about what we was doing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, definitely. You guys are definitely doing your thing. Now, what is your relationship with his family like now that how long has it been, like 10 years?
15.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? Well,
yeah.
I seen his son the other day. His son is rapping. You know, me and his wife don't really get along like that. And I think it's from being misinformed or whatever you want to call it. So, you know, when he passed away, you know, I said it before in interviews, if we got to break it down, you know, when he passed away, she told me she didn't really have no money like that.
Yeah.
So we did an album. You know, we gave her like, you know, $700,000 directly to her, not Fat Joe. We did a publishing deal, another $300,000. So she had like $1 million.
Yeah.
She spent it, and after that, she was like, yo, Fat Joe ain't taking care of me, or whatever the case. And it was really, really sad, because if I died, nobody give my wife or my family nothing.
$1 million. Yeah.
So I made it my business to make sure they got a check. And, you know, to be slandered like the way I get slandered is like really uncalled for. But, you know, hey, life goes on, man. Life goes on.
So I know I saw something earlier today where she's allegedly suing because of Big Pun's royalties.
She'll never win. Like, I mean, like, she'll never win because there's no truth to it. So, you know, we already in court for like a year or something, and I've proved in every way, you know, I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
So whenever it's over, you're gonna hear breaking news. He won, and he don't owe her nothing. He never took nothing.
Right.
So that I lose no sleep over that.
Right. No, I know. Well, and that's one thing I would say about you, because I feel like you are being the bigger person in this situation. Because if it were me, I'd be like, oh, you're going to hit me with that? Well, I'm going to hit you back with a slander lawsuit. I'm trying to have you and your kids' funds. Like,
I don't think she got nothing for me, man. My thing is, it's just unfair, man. Because of my and her relationship going so bad, I truly haven't been able to celebrate the life of Big Pun.
Yeah.
And really, like Puff Daddy puts out Biggie albums.
Yeah.
He does this and this. I be scared to do anything because I'm like, yo, they're going to look at me. She going to make people look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
So, in fact, the only person that ever did anything for her or her family is Fat Joe.
Yeah.
And then you're going to diss the only source of guy who cares about you or ever gave you anything. I don't know who advised these people. Like, sometimes I want to say something about nothing to do with this situation, like somebody else.
Yeah.
But I know to stay quiet because I'm like, yo, why am I going to diss the guy that pays me all the time? I might be upset, but, why am I going to diss this guy?
I'm not going to say it.
So it's just terribly advised, man. It's terribly advised.
Yeah, that's actually a very good perspective to put out there right there, because as you said, Puff does so much for Biggie, and he just said he announced he's going to do a birthday anniversary concert, and I'd love to see that for Pun.
Well, I would love to too. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we did it, they'd probably be like, yo, he stole the tickets out the back door. Like, I can't win. I just can't win. Like, I'm like, what you want me to do? So I'm like, all right, all I could do is thank God for Big Pun, because if we look at Big Pun, one of the greatest artists ever created, black, white, Chinese, whatever.
Yeah.
He's not celebrated enough, right? If we just keep it 1,000%. And the only reason he really is still getting represented is because Fat Joe is still relevant 2016. So whenever we put out a record like All the Way Up, that's like a Hail Mary, you know what I'm saying? Because think about how many rappers been in the game as long as me who's really throwing out #1 songs in America.
Yeah.
Don't happen.
Yeah.
Right? But as long as you got this face, you got that face, and Big Pun with him. Yeah. So he representing this man. He gonna keep repping this man. He gonna keep putting this man out there. He's gonna keep representing. So, I wouldn't shoot down the one guy who represents.
Yeah. Well, you stay hustling. That's one thing about you. You consistent. What has it been, like 20 years?
20 years, man. And I'm so blessed, man. Like, we able to, ups and downs through we've been through some things, man, and we still managed to have our love for music. And I gotta tribute to my family. People tell me, yo, how you could make some music to sound like you 19 right now? How you could make some relevant? And the thing is, because my family technically takes second place to music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they live a great life, but I'm sure my daughter would love for me to be home right after school.
Yeah.
But I can't be there because I'm over here.
I'm trying to get that
On
check.
Mother's Day, I can't be with my mother, or I can't be with my wife because I'm performing for somebody else's mother.
Yeah.
So, this business, I put so much into this business and so much into this culture and this music, that, it's, it comes first. So, that's why we still here and relevant, and thank God the people, man. It's weird, man. I was telling Troy, I was with Troy, guy who does the
promo,
the radio. I'm like, yo, man, it's crazy. White people just know Fat Joe. Like,
don't say it like that.
No, I'm telling you, I'm on a hill in San Francisco, 7 hours away from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm still from the Bronx, right? And white dude is looking at his phone. He looks up and he's like, holy, it's Fat Joe, like right next to me. That's bugged out. Like, I'm like, yo, what's up, man? But I'm just honored that people, been following me and supporting me for all these years. It's a dream come true, just being a kid coming from the projects, coming from nothing, and just having a dream and being able to talk in front of you and you to even care about what I'm talking about is an honor.
Yeah. No, and that's one thing about you. I think that people follow you so much because you are such a hustler, and because you are so real, and because of where you come from. A lot of people can relate to that.
Well, I hope we inspire. DJ Khaled is an offspring of me.
Yeah.
He's like a seed I planted. So when you go on Snapchat and you see DJ Khaled talking about the major key, yo, this and that, that's me. You know what I'm saying? That's my little brother. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I birthed this kid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I taught him how to love people, how to treat people right, how to influence people, how to treat them right. And that's all we've been doing. That's all we've been doing through music. Even when you had Big Pun, his first song was Boricua Morena. It was about unifying blacks and Latinos together as one. Yeah. So we always been about unifying. We always been about giving back to the community. We always been about inspiring people. Yeah. So when I hustle, so when I got somebody hit me up and be like, yo, Joe, man, yo, I'm happy for you and all that, and I hit him back and I say, yo, I do it for us. I do it for us. So that's pretty much, I'm not just fighting for Fat Joe, I'm fighting for all of us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In this whole hip hop culture, man.
So speaking of unifying, what do you think about Donald Trump?
Damn.
I know, right?
Nah, Donald Trump is crazy, man. And what's sad is, I wish he wasn't so crazy, because I would vote for Donald Trump. And what's sad is that his foundation, if you really want to hear this, all right, Donald Trump is really, really right in certain points. Okay. With the racism remarks against Mexico, against Muslims, against that, I can't vote for him because of that. Yeah. I can't. I don't even want to allude to what I think about that. Yeah. Right? That's some serious stuff going on there, right? But now when he talks about he's funding himself. Yeah. Now, you get paid. You have a boss. We pay you to shout out the radio station every time you talk. It's just the truth, right? So now if I'm a politician and the tobacco company gives me $50 million to win a campaign, you gonna tell me I'm not gonna look out for the tobacco company? Off top. You telling me if the gas company is giving me $50 million to run a campaign, you don't think I am loyal to the gas company? Yeah. So you could be talking all this, and politicians been talking all this they want, but at the end of the day, Donald Trump is like, you guys are bought. Yeah. Like, I'm talking for myself. The problem is he's talking for himself kind of crazy. Yeah. But the premises on which he ran on was right. You know, he's funding himself. He ain't got nobody telling him what to do. He's going to make his own decisions. Donald Trump as president is a very, very scary thing in America. Very, very, very. I don't think we never saw this. No. Right? And, you know, problem is, you know, when he says that, I look at everybody going against him like, man, they might be bought, man. So I'm discouraged. Yeah, I mean, but honestly, with or without him, he actually has gotten donations for his campaign after he originally campaigned. So let's just make that clear. He has gotten money. But I am also afraid that with Trump, he can be bought as well. Because, I mean, he has a major interest in real estate and multiple different other organizations across the country. So I ain't gonna argue with you. Let's just say, man, you know what I mean? You know. So who you voting for? I ain't voting. Really? It's the first election I won't vote, because I'm not a fan. I'm not, you know, Donald Trump made me really feel a way about certain candidates, right? Yeah. So then when you got Donald Trump up there and you got everybody with him, hi, I am all the other candidates. Y'all, he's like, yo, we don't want to hear that no more, bro. Yeah. It's 2016. Yo, you reading the teleprompter, chill, say something else. And he's exposing them, and he's like, yo, my God, like, these guys are puppets. Yeah. Like, so it's crazy, man. I'm really not enthused. I sort of like Bernie, but Bernie ain't winning. Why you say that? He's like right there. Nah, Bernie ain't winning. Okay. It's the Clintons, man. You can't. He said it's the Clintons. Off top, Hillary. That's the Kennedy. That's a royal family, boy. He ain't beating up. I mean, let major prediction, major key. Let Bernie really get close to Hillary. Obama will come out the back door. Remember I told you, Hillary, this is what we stand for. They gone, bro. Like, they saving him for that little shaky, rocky moment. Behind door number one. Hi, I am Barack Obama. I had a conspiracy Hillary's the greatest thing since cheesecake. And I think you should all go for her. I heard a conspiracy theory that Trump was only here to make sure that Hillary actually wins this nomination, is actually president, to guarantee it. Conspiracy theories. It's another conspiracy theory. Anyway. But I heard Tony Pieces was incredible. I went to what's the seafood restaurant we went to last night? If you never been there, you playing yourself. Where'd y'all go? Frita de Mar.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to need that address.
No, let me tell you something. Fat Joe's a food guy. The greatest food guy ever. If you don't go to this seafood restaurant, this thing was so popping last night. It's top 3, top 5 ever anywhere in the world I've been to.
Oh, wow.
This thing was amazing. I was dreaming about it.
He said I was dreaming. I want more. Well, before I let you go, because I know you got things you got to do, let's talk about digging through the crates.
Digging in the Crates. Well, Digging in the Crates is the original crew I started with. I'm still a member. We putting out an album this summer. And these are guys.
You dropping 2 albums this summer?
Yeah, but this is more like a real hip hop, traditional, underground, the real underground. Like you got to be a purist to love this. And it's been a dream of mine because we haven't really made music together for years.
Yeah.
But I love them, and they the guys who open the doors for me. And we getting busy. Just beats and rhymes, and legendary rap crew, Digging in the Crates.
Taking it back to the basics. So we got to check out for that as well. Now, is there any last words you want to say to your Bay Area peoples?
I would ask 3 questions. Who got a question? Because I would let the people ask a question.
I know lots of sacrifices come with being an artist, and you touched up on that, yeah. And then also at an interview not too long ago, you mentioned like that you're proud of where you're at because your family can be in Disneyland or something like that. How do you like overcome that? Because there's some people that put family over everything, and it's like you put like.
I'm not against people who put family over everything.
But how
I'm jealous of those guys.
How do you keep motivating yourself, man? Because there's some people that I don't know. Like after a couple of years, they're just like, I can't do this no more.
Well, that's the way it is. I love it. Me personally, if you want the 500% internal reason, my internal reason is because if you really look at my track record and you look at people who came out at the same time as me, they're nowhere near me. And these are people who've been celebrated as the gods of hip-hop, the greatest guys, the greatest this, and they don't make hit records like me. Like, I've had so many number ones, so many number ones in America. I mean, like, urban, rhythmic, pop, let's be clear.
Yeah.
Like, Lean Back was 47 weeks number one. It's only 52 weeks in
a year.
And still, Fat Joe, he ain't really all that. Got lucky again. So that's what fuels me. That's the gas in my tank to be like, yo, I got to show him. And it wasn't until All the Way Up, right? I don't know where TA's at. He's probably hitting on some girl out there somewhere, right? So TA's like one of my best friends, and he's with me. And it wasn't until All the Way Up. And to All the Way Up, I dropped it in like 2 days later. Because New York is like, you can't walk. Like, it's pandemonium All the Way Up season, right? So it wasn't to that I looked at TA and I was like, yo, this is it, man. I'm like, that's it. I made history, man. I put the nail in the coffin. That is it. Because it's over. It's like I could say something nobody could really. Like, I could say how many people came out in 1993 and throwing up #1 songs in America. Nobody. That is it. That is it. Nobody. So it's like, you can't even argue that back. You can't bring your greatest favorite rapper in the world. It's over. Like this, it's over. So that's what motivates me to keep making music.
I mean, you already popping, so do you plan on doing music when any of these young kids is doing it? Yeah,
I'm working with artists right now, and that's my next phase. I personally, I probably tour till I'm 90 years old, God willing. But about making music, I think I'm on my way out. And what a great way to leave. And I'm going to just start, just developing young talent. And just, I got a couple of artists. And when I bring people, you gotta understand, I brought Big Pun, the greatest Latino to ever rap. I brought Remy Ma. To me, she's the hottest chick that's ever been in the game. Well, one of them, because Lauryn Hill's also my favorite. But, Remy Ma, and, just Khaled. Khaled, he's a Beatle right now. He's like John Lennon. So whenever I bless somebody and I tell you, yo, this is the one, just remember, he's the one. So, I got a bunch of young artists right now, probably like 4 of them, and you'll be hearing from them soon. And also, I partnered up with Empire Distribution that's here out of the Bay. Yeah. And, I work with my brother Ghazi, man. He's probably the most honest guy in the music business. And we're going to just start developing young talent. And if I could do hit records for a fat Puerto Rican guy. Imagine what I'm going to do for a cock, diesel, six-packed up, 19-year-old kid. You're really going to believe the sexy lyrics.
Oh, Lord.
When that boy come through, you're
We'll
like,
take that.
damn, he talking that work. Like, you know?
Does that mean that this might be your last album?
I wouldn't say that, but it might be. It might be. I mean, it depends. I might walk out like, I might just leave winning. Like y'all, peace to the gods, y'all.
Yeah.
This is it.
Leave with that ring. And
Yeah, I might pull a Jordan. I might just be like, yo, you know what? Thank you.
Good.
But I'll continue to tour because if y'all don't realize, record sales aren't the same anymore.
Yeah.
So the only way your favorite artist gets to pay his bills is through doing shows.
Yeah.
So we will always tour. You know, I bumped into Eddie Levert down the block. And he was promoting the show he got. He's like 73. But you can't pay your bills if you don't go on tour. So when I say retirement, I would say pretty much making new music.
Yeah.
I probably, you know,
Lean back.
Yeah, I probably lean back, and then you'll just be seeing a bunch of young dudes putting out hit after hit after hit after hit, and then Fat Joe probably peek out, you know, in one of the videos like, yo,
It'd be all.
yeah, all right, we good, y'all, you know, just break out, but it's good, it's fun.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. I do think that you deserve everything that you're receiving right now, and we are definitely excited about the new album.
Platas Plamo this July, Bay Area. I love you. Thank you for all the support. Remy Ma, after this album, we were already working on her solo album, so look out for that. That's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I already know.
That's going to be crazy.
Well, thank you again for checking in with us. Your girl Shay Diddy, Fat Joe. It's 106 KMEL.
Woo! KMEL. Yeah. Damn, baby.